was coming out of marriage, unfortunately, I came out of marriage indebted to the tune of almost 2 million naira, cost by my, ex-husband. But I told myself one thing. I said, look here, Yinka, you're not a failure, and you have never been a failure, and you'll not be a failure. And this is the time to prove to the world that you're not going to fail. So I came out of marriage with a determination to succeed. I tell you, they say failure has got no friend. But if you are a success, people overlook all the negative parts of you, and they want to associate out there. Being a single mother doesn't mean you have to be dependent on who or who or who. Or being a single mother doesn't mean you have to play around or sleep around. When I tell people that since marriage I've been, they look at you, this pretty woman, I say, yeah.
It's not just the society that frowns at it, even the religious organizations frown at it.
The religious organization is part of the society. In fact, it forms the largest part of the society, because most women that will find out that they are dead, or their spouses murdered them or something, if you go back to the root, you realize that most times they are bound by the the religion, their religious belief. What will the church say? I'm this in the church, I'm that in the church. And some of them, when they go to church for counseling and all that, in the face of this man is beating me to a terrible situation, they still tell you, hey, submit to him.
Let's get remarried. Have you ever considered getting remarried?
Well, getting remarried, initially when I was coming out of my marriage, I told myself I was done. I wasn't going to get. Even till now, I've not been able to convince myself that I want to remarry, because I cannot see myself, trusting a man. There's this fear. I came out of marriage with a phobia. So the phobia is still when it comes to marriage, it's better experienced than said. Every marriage is unique in its own sense. Like I tell my friends that what my own spouse can accept, or what is working in my own marriage might not work in your own marriage. So every relationship is just unique in its own sense. So you should try and see what sits in your own. And every Tom, Dick and Harry wants to talk to you. Every Tom, Dick and Harry wants to make a pass at you. Every Tom, Dick and Harry, you get what I'm saying? So that is my own greatest challenge. At times I remember that was it about 2 years ago, I was bidding for a contract. The person happened to even be a friend of mine that we grew up together, and all that. So I expected that fine, I was going to get the job. He actually told me, he said, look, Yinka, I'd wanted to date you since we were kids. Now you are separated. He told me, until tomorrow I didn't get that job, because I sort of stigma that because you most especially when you're a single parent because of divorce now, they tend to want to feel that you are too stupid not to keep it home. My greatest challenge was the day my daughter was praying in the morning, and she was like, oh, Father God, please help my daddy so that he will not be getting annoyed again and beating my mommy. And God, please help my mommy to please forgive my daddy, so that both of them can come together and all of us can live like a happy home. I didn't know if to say amen.
We'll have to